maybe some of you will be in agreement, maybe not, but former Super Eagles captain Austin J.J. Okocha has said that he will cost around 150 million euros in today's transfer market if he was still in active football.
Okay. Phone calls.
I don't agree.
He has to say something. A mic was shoved into his mouth.
Yeah, I had to say something with my face.
Why don't you agree?
He didn't score enough.
He was one time Africa's costliest footballer.
Yeah, but he didn't score enough goals. He was an attacking. It was JJ not an EM.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't score enough goals for me.
But he created a lot.
He created, but he didn't score
which is what
But he would have been maybe not. I mean,
if
90, 100. Yeah.
If a Maddison or a Mount was to leave Chelsea or Leicester, how much do you think they'd cost? And how many goals have they scored?
50, 60.
Are they half as highly skilled
no,
as
they're
JJ
not.
is?
No, I agree. No,
they're not.
JJ says 150.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe 100. I'm not saying that he's not up there, but I'm not saying 150 is like. Do you understand them?
I think that's his.
Maybe 100.
I think his statement was him trying to compare he
would have been up there though. Really,
I think he mentioned Enzo in his statement. That
I think it was the
it's
Enzo.
the Enzo comparison.
Well, but he has a point there because JJ was much better than Enzo, really.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. 150.
You buy how much did they buy Enzo?
100 and something.
For a player that's only scored one professional goal.
JJ was more skillful.
Scored more goals than
them. Scored more
and he created assists.
I agree with him.
Maybe.
If he had good years, if he was playing for a good club, yes.
Yeah. If he had played in the Premier League earlier in his career.
No, even not even playing. If he was playing for, say, Benfica or Porto, it cost that much. Or Atletico Madrid.
At his peak, possibly.
It cost that much.
True.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree with him.
Okay, fair enough.
Phone calls.
All right, so you have the first right of expression as far as the news hound is concerned. So lines are blinking already. It's Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is Don Kuku.
Hey, Don Kuku, what's up? Why are you sounding so scared?
Let me get my own copyright too. Let me get my name, Don Kuku. And my voice is very unique. So nobody can copy me. J.J. Okocha paying to the 150 million in Swiss market is hilarious. Even when he was playing, Energy Job was one of the most expensive African players then. I don't see him being bought for nothing less than 10 million in Swiss market.
How much?
Okay.
Then also, Arsenal is winning tonight for everyone to know.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
It's when you call, the background should be silent, please. Try. Help us.
Okay.
While we wait let me read a few messages. This one says, good morning. Everyone, please, what is Pep saying?
No, it's kidology now.
What Pep? Okay, what Pep? He's saying what Pep says is very funny, Kingsley. Obviously.
Pep is taking the mic, innit? But I pray he's scared. I pray they get beat. How about that?
Hello, good morning.
Jamie from Majugu.
Morning, Jamie.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good one for Emery. He's doing a great job. We'll make the top 6. For him, I do want a shambolic performance at 6. For today match, they will separate the men from the boys. After I going to collect to 3-0. Thank you. No Shaka, no Saliba, they will collect. Is it only down to Hope Ireland?
Okay.
It's amazing. It's amazing that Unai Emery has gone 10 games unbeaten. 10.
Is it even that, or the amount of points he's accrued since he came in?
Oh yeah.
Because when they came in, Villa, I think he came in after 12 games.
He came in October.
They had either played 12 games and had 13 points, or played 13 games and had 12 points. I think
They
played
were
13.
just above the relegation zone.
Played 13, had 12 points. Can you imagine? And
Champions League football.
Beckoning. Champions League football
Since
form
the turn of the
anyway.
year, he's second on the league table.
Champions League beckoning.
It's been amazing.
And they're playing very good football as well.
For Champions
League. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Thomas. I'm calling from Ibafu.
Morning, Thomas. What's up?
Well, Pep, I think is playing mind games. Somehow, just to put off Ateta and his boys. It will be interesting. In football, you can never really say until the game is played on the green grass. But as a neutral observer, I'm looking forward to enjoying a good match. But I want Man City to win, so that the Arsenal people they can go and relax for a while.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, Thomas. Spoken like he took up bad belly Chelsea fans.
That's 3 is 4.
This is the fourth one now. Oops. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Where all our ladies are, they don't call in anymore.
Good morning, ladies. Your phones, some of your lights are not working. So we call any line now.
Good morning.
My name is Sebastian. Good morning.
Morning, Sebastian. How are you?
Yes, sir. Shegun, please accept my sincere condolence.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. Thank you very much.
Yeah. But you see, for we who support Aston Villa, I guess you've not seen somebody supporting Aston Villa before. I support Aston Villa. When we were in relegation zone, or when they went into relegation and they were in championship, we've always been supporting them. See what we are doing now. We are fifth now. All number 5, according to Igbo people. Say all number 5. We want to see. But I'm quite proud. And for JJ, what he said, it probably would even cost more. Because people want these days flamboyant football and with skills and which he had. Have a very, very lovely day, guys.
All right.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Okay. Last caller. Hello, good morning. Hello. Nobody there? Okay.
Where's Mr. Mochosho? Is he still?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Charles. Shegun and friend, I greet you. My name is Val.
Hey, Val, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Yes, I do well. Good morning.
Morning.
Wow, today's match, Man City, Arsenal, I don't know, man. I'm afraid for Arsenal, but I think they might pull off a surprise one way or the other.
Amen.
That match might just end in a draw. Then, Aston Villa, slowly, they are creeping in. All of a sudden, they are the fifth position. I'm not really watching them. And they are gradually getting results unexpectedly. I think they might end up pulling a surprise this season.
Wait. Villa have gone on top spots?
No.
Yes, they have. Yeah,
they are.
fifth.
Yeah, they are. They're fifth. I think they're.
Thank you.
I think they're 9 points behind United.
No, 5.
5.
United 59. They have 54 points, but they've played 3 more games.
3 more games. Okay.
Wow, really?
They played 33. Now you have played 30.
Please, when you send messages, let's just focus on sports.
What did that person say?
They have come again and trying to avoid.
But CEO Africa from London
No.
is talking. Is talking sports.
It's not CEO.
But you know, when you stepped out yesterday, Charles Charles read some messages which were not necessarily complimentary, but you can read some if they're not like over the,
I think they're over. Sometimes there's a lot of sensitivity, and then the more we keep talking about this conversation,
because this one we should just lay that to bed. To be honest.
I think we should just move away from this. CEO Africa says, Uncle Shegun, if Anthony can cost 100 million just because of we can turn around with the ball.
that's for sure. Yeah.
Coach will go for as much as 200 million.
No, but Anthony did not cost 100 million. 100 million euros maybe, but not.
Modric also is also mentioned Modric.
Modric, I get. But is that Enzo Fernandez, 100 and something million pounds?
Meanwhile, someone else says JJ 120. How now? He was skillful but not productive as a player. There's no name to this.
Not productive.
I think to be honest, my dream. I love JJ to beat Salah.
JJ single-handedly got Hull City into the Premier League.
Bolton practically kept Bolton in the Premier League.
Sam Allardyce said JJ was the tonic at Bolton and made him club captain.
Remember, you were interested in him at some point.
Well, I don't know about that, but it was a magnificent play. But and I kind of agree with you. I'll never forget. England beat us 1-0 at Wembley or something. The rampaging Super Eagles 94 squad. And my enduring memory of JJ in that match was once I like dribbled everybody in the middle of the park, and Rashid Yekini had made a run, and Yekini was brilliant to find his space and was free. And he was like, and JJ just ignored it and passed to somebody else.
One moment. I think it's very inspirational because football is beyond what you can do on the field as leadership. Your leadership, 2004. His leadership, we're always having that problem with Cameroon. Remember, Cameroon was always beating us. Anyhow, we'll chop it. But when we got to 2004, we beat Cameroon in that same tournament. JJ was key to it. It's called a free kick, if I remember.
No, I'm not taking anything away from JJ's skills, but maybe if at his peak, if you had joined like an Arsenal or United or something.
So we're using the example that let's say he was at his peak.
At his peak.
Yeah.
Maybe 24, 25, and then at a club that the coach would limit his excesses and focus them, you know.
He was the one who taught, at least that's the language we used to use in streets. He taught Ronaldinho some things he knew.
I mean, when you, I mean, there's a program on DSTV where they're talking about African players.
Yeah, in the Premier League, yeah.
And what's his name again?
Barnes.
Mm-hmm. You know, the way he spoke about JJ, you know, was just enough.
I don't think they could have any.
I've spoken to quite a number of the 94 squad, you know, and according to them, majority of them, you know, whenever JJ arrives in camp for national team duty, you know, there's a feeling of
an energy.
Energy, yes. You know, that, look, this man is here, we can do this.
Yeah.
He had that same energy at Bolton as well. He carried it. And I don't know that you can say that he wasn't productive, because every player in their positions, they have their primary assignment. As an AM, you're supposed to be making goals for people.
Yeah, that's productivity.
Exactly. So why you say he wasn't as productive? I don't agree with that at all.
We need to check
he was
because
productive.
Ronaldinho, for instance, good comparison. Well, at the time, Ronaldinho was a showboater. Do you understand? A one-trick pony. But he started becoming seriously productive.
When
he was at Barcelona.
No, before he became Barcelona. Remember, he won the World Cup before he went to Barca.
Well, we're talking club football.
I'm saying he was. For you to go to the World Cup means you were obviously standout footballer. I think Nigeria '99 he was here, and he was also a good player.
So that's that. So I'm not denigrating him. What I'm saying is that Ronaldinho is a typical example of a flair player.
Yes.
Who matched his skills with productivity.
Coach played well in the Premier League. Remember Bolton?
Bolton.
You're calling him. I'm talking about Bolton.
Even at PSG. Even at PSG.
Even at PSG, then
was working wonders. Remember who were the players he had around him? The dirty players around him that year now. And he still functions well. Ramadan is over, so I can go back to my favorite one.
Anyway.
Just going to read this message from Aisha Tilala.
Have we taken 5 calls?
Yeah, we have. I agree with JJ. In today's market value, he'll definitely score that much. She also said, Pep Guardiola is capping. I also laughed so hard when Mr. Charles was reading that part. Who is Pep deceiving?
Exactly.
Scared of who? That's so funny.
For that, may answer be the funny for that.
But why would Guardiola not be concerned?
Pep is lying now.
No. Why would you not be?
Against the team that
you're talking about the league leaders. You have to show respect.
Pep has been saying rubbish the last 2 weeks.
Just
like,
talking rubbish.
Just put microphone. Brighton pass out from the back. This one is so good. That one, guy, we know.
Which is a form of serious reverse arrogance.
Yes.
Clear off.
No, really, I think playing Arsenal should be a source of concern.
Why?
Amen. Amen.
Because of their form.
Arsenal's form was
their current form.
Arsenal's form.
Because of Arsenal's current form.
Yes.
3 draws in their last 3 games. Arsenal's current form.
Well, you're not the one who was saying on Monday they played Liverpool and they were not supposed to have lost the game.
City have 11 wins.
Should they have beaten West Ham? Should they have beaten Southampton?
How do you beat West Ham? Have a desire to play European football.
I have a desire to drive a Maserati.
European football. Or they have a desire to survive.
But they're going to survive now. They're going to survive. They're going to play European if they win.
Those 2 teams, West Ham, Southampton, they're trying to survive.
There's the Conference League now. There's still the Conference
League. They're the favorites. They're the favorites.
Yeah, they can.
That is when Liverpool, which is the desire that Liverpool has.
But City have won 10 from 11 games.
And 6 is it 10
6
from 11?
But they haven't played the league leaders yet.
They've beaten the league.
No, they're beating them twice this year already.
That was then. I'm talking about today's game. Today's game.
They should be afraid that they will chop it.
I'm talking about today's game.
Chance is right, they will chop it.
Okay.
They will.
So maybe we should just ask, are you predicting Arsenal will win?
Abi?
I'm predicting that it will be a difficult game.
No, baby, just
Charles.
Show respect to Arsenal, man.
We respect Arsenal.
Show respect.
Despite that's not showing
It's
respect to
better
them.
not showing
By
respect.
sniggering at them, by saying he's scared of them.
Says he's anxious. I'm like, you're what?
Anxious, you're water.
Let me take a few more messages. Good morning, Sports Zone. Aston Villa have scored in 19 consecutive Premier League games in a row since Emery took charge. His first game was in October. They've scored in every game. Super Dave from Lagos. There's also this saying, okay, Ziman, thank you for your message. This one here says Charles, that's his name. Okay, Shegun Olaidende, right, from Lekki.
He's gone back to Lekki.
Come back to Lekki. Thank you for your message. Yinka from Paris says, live in Manchester to see the miracle Arsenal will perform. Charles, please. Okay, all right. Says you should ignore those people. Femi's message, we've taken that. There's also this, just no name, right? So, yeah, thank you very much. All right.
Sharing more stories with you. The founder of Scottish youth football team, Celtic Boys Club, was on Tuesday jailed for 3 years after being found guilty of abusing a young boy more than 50 years ago. Jim Torbett, who is already serving a 6-year sentence for abusing 6 teenage boys, was convicted of repeatedly indecently assaulting the 13-year-old boy in 1967. Unbelievable. I'm never going to understand how a man finds another man attractive, or how a man finds a boy. I'm never going to understand it.
Ridiculous.
I don't know. That's why I wondered about you and Femi at times. Look at each other's eyes before we go on there. I hope it's just broadcasting. It's okay.
We're also told that the players at Tottenham are set to repay their fans that travelled to St. James's Park, where they fell 6-1 to Newcastle on Sunday. The men at Spurs noted that they understood that the fans were disappointed at being thrashed. And according to a statement released on Tottenham's website yesterday, the statement reads, "As a squad, we understand your frustration, your anger. Sunday wasn't good enough. We know words aren't enough in situations like this, but believe us, a defeat like this hurts. We appreciate your support, home and away, and with this in mind, would like to reimburse fans for the cost of their match tickets from St. James's Park. We know this does not change what happened on Sunday, and we'll give you everything to put things right, starting against Manchester United on Thursday evening, when again your support will mean everything to us. Together, only together can we move things forward." End of statement.
Who writes this statement, really? Who writes them?
You have any faults with the statement?
I have a lot of faults with it. The
Like-
players embarrassed. For me, all of them should do community service from Daniel Levy down.
Yeah.
Why do
Because I
community
don't think
service?
that reimbursing the funds
Yes.
takes away the
shame.
No, there's nothing that can take it away. I mean,
that money doesn't-
when Liverpool beat Man U, did Man U reimburse money?
Those
For
ones
what,
are
sir?
proud. Those ones are just proud.
Did they give back? Did they give back?
Those
Did
ones
they-
are devils.
Did they even apologize? They did not even
Devils
apologize.
don't
Now
apologize.
today,
Devils don't feel sorry.
The devil is the devil.
But I think they've done the right thing. Apologizing, giving money back. It shows that you have a feeling of concern.
Spurs have been dirty this year. The least you can do is show some passion, show some character. Like, do something. Let the fans know you mean
Which
well.
is why they
Goes
will
down.
win tomorrow.
Well, they
That's
win.
why they will
that will be a
win
good
tomorrow.
thing. That will really be a good thing.
They win in your mind.
We need them to win, really. We need them
In
to
your
win.
mind.
Just anything. Anything.
Do you guys see the Girona
game.
Madrid game yesterday?
I saw a bit of it.
You know Girona has links with Manchester City.
They do.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
they
do.
do.
They do.
I think the 3 clubs.
Yeah.
City,
They do.
with the MLS club.
Oh wow.
New York
It's just a
City.
pointer to what's going to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
And they have one in, I think they have a club in
US.
Australia as well.
Even though
Yes.
they're making excuses that Benzema didn't play and all the
No,
whatnot,
Vini played
but
now. Everybody has
Vini was absolutely
was
I
busy
can't say the
fighting
word.
all
Aye.
around the place.
jumping and diving all over the place. Like, I play football, I beg.
Who be that?
Delicious.
Oh, Vinicius. Well, he has his bad days. You
More
know,
messages?
Real Madrid has been, but I think the key thing is that Barcelona's clean sheet record, or
Yeah.
they're approaching that. I mean, having only conceded 9 goals all season with how many games played. Absolutely amazing.
Okay. We're not reading messages on this, no. This here says, okay. Maxwell from Ojota says, I say capital letter yes to Okocha's submission. In fact, it will come more than that, or it will cost more than that. We've also got this here. It says, Shagun from Ontario says, your chuckling at Guardiola's statement shows that none of you have ever done serious sports. No team goes to pitch unprepared and disregarding the opponent.
Shagun, I hear what you say. Of course, you must. We know that Guardiola underestimates no opponent. Obviously, I mean, that goes without saying.
Yes.
But for him to go out, you're stating the blindingly obvious. Do you understand? In fact, I even think that's a bit disrespectful to us now. Do you understand? It's like you're having a laugh at them.
I listened to John Stones in an interview, I think he had with Talk Sports, going into the FA Cup weekend against Sheffield United. And what he explained, they were preparing for Sheffield like they were preparing for a Champions League game. They don't take anybody for granted. Everybody they prepare. So when Pep is saying it, we're just laughing at Pep.
Do you understand? So
he's having sweaty palms.
We're laughing at Pep stating the blindingly obvious. Do you understand?
It's obvious.
Of course, every team respects their opponents. I mean, look at what happened to United last week.
Think about what happened to Arsenal with City. City beat them twice. And City played them. And he didn't play with those games. He beat them in the FA Cup, beat them in the league.
So it's time for Arsenal to take their revenge when it matters most.
The wishes were horses.
We shall see.
Didn't have any of you respond to the stories from the news Hound, especially as it concerns the Federations Cup. Quite a number of people have, expressed their displeasure with Rivers United playing Eimba in the round of 64.
That's a bit weird. I mean, that's a really. The computer. I don't know. Do they use computers or just pick it out of the house?
There was no seeding. There was no seeding for the Federations Cup, which is why you have such a pairing. But has it not happened in other competitions where you have top guns playing each other?
Well,
not at the crucial stages.
Top guns coming much later.
But not at the knockout stages. It's happened before.
I don't know. The NFF is for me. They have a lot of work to do to revive the. I remember as a young lad, I really loved the Challenge Cup as it was then. I mean, it was like Rangers, it was like Shooting Stars, it was like Mighty Jets, Alusaram Rocks, Julius Berger, NMB, Leventis. I mean, Sharks. But now need to go for a break. Okay, we'll discuss more when we come back from break.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's sports. I was going to say something else. The Sports Zone live on Lagos Talks.
Where you come on, sponsor.
All right. There's still news about Carlo Ancelotti. We're told that the Brazilian Football Federation wants a final answer from the coach,
Don Carlo,
by May 25. And will not wait beyond that date, to get a decision from Carlo Ancelotti whether he wants to or not, manage the Brazilian national team.
But how do you think that will work out? Don Carlo and Brazil.
It'll be great. It'll be good. I hear the players already respect him. That many of the Real Madrid footballers have expressed agreement. Ederson wants him in the national team. The Man City goalkeeper. Everybody wants him. I
think it'd be brilliant. So I love him to picture the guy. I think it just says you go and play there. Just play. You have to win. You win. You score more than the opponent. Yeah, score.
Yeah, Brazil has done a lot of local managers. Maybe it's time for them to do foreign.
Even with Real Madrid, we all agree that necessarily Real Madrid was not necessarily the best team on paper last year when they won the Champions League, and even this year by their travels. But Madrid won La Liga last season, so they did a double. This year they're struggling seriously in La Liga, but they're still pulling out results, and they're a dangerous opponent. I know City might be favourites going up against them, but
how would you be favourites against a repetitive Champions League winner?
City are
favourites.
They're favourites to win the Champions League.
They always put the bookies. Not necessarily my favourite, but they're favourites. Just as Brighton, for instance, were favourite to beat United.
I think Madrid is even number 3. They were behind Bayern into the last round.
I don't know. Tuchel. I don't know.
City favourites to beat Bayern Munich.
Yes.
Yes.
The favorites to win the Champions
They're
League.
favorites.
They're
They
number
always
one.
are. City are always favorites. They were favorites last season.
Yeah,
When they
favorites
got
this
to the semi-finals, they were favorites
Mm-hmm.
against Chelsea in the final.
No,
They've always been
That's 2
favorites.
seasons
That's
ago.
2 seasons.
2 seasons
Last
ago.
season
And last
was
season, I said
Madrid.
last
Yeah.
season when they got to semis,
Yeah.
the favorites. City invariably are always favorites.
They're favorites this
And
year.
they're favorites this
They're
year.
number one.
But God
Madrid
don't
is
go
number
greedy.
3 to win the Champions
Who's
League.
number
God
two?
don't go greedy.
Number 2 was Bayern.
We don't. When you begin salt City,
What number was
come on there.
Napoli?
They say all these
I think
City
Napoli
fans.
were
I mean,
number
come on there.
4 or so.
Say we don't too suffer.
Four, if I'm correct. I think we're like number 4 or something. I'm not sure.
Can you imagine? I intern the studio said, "What's your name? If which team were you supporting before City? Be honest. God is watching you. What team?
Gen Z now. Gen Z. That's where they. I always say Gen Z. Shut up. Okay. Try to read a few more messages. That early pre-show bant and rants should continue. That's the juice and sauce of the show. Uncle Shagun, please accept my condolence.
Thank you very much. They have told us that they don't want to. That no-name guy. We like to follow the message, the person that said message with no name, because we are very, we like to listen to the voice of the people, even if they have no name.
TJ from Malagbado talks about 2 things. Says the trademark situation, mentioned bend it like Beckham. Also went on to talk about, Uncle Shagun, I agree with JJ, how much is Modric worth? How many goals has he scored thus far? Luka Modric, I'm guessing, yeah?
Luka Modric.
Yeah.
Luka Modric.
Yeah, Luka Modric. How many goals has he scored?
It's not about his presence in the middle of the park.
Hello, good morning.
The contractor, Charlie, I agree to. The pundit,
Hey, Baba Beji, what's going on?
the controversial Charlie, answer my greeting now.
You been greet me? Okay.
Yeah, you
I know, not
I know
you.
here. Sorry. How you doing?
Charlie, they
You
research
don't
the
know
next
say
thing
you
they
controversial.
Eh?
You don't know. You don't say be controversial, man.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. I agree with zone, no.
Morning,
Morning.
Kevin.
Yes, what JJ said, I don't think it's out of place because even at that time in PSG, he was the highest paid player African player in France. So if you look at it from now, I think it's almost like what he's saying now. He has achieved it then.
Was it the
But at
highest
that time-
paid or the most expensive African transfer? I'm
I
not
mean,
sure
they're two
about
different
being-
things.
He was
two
the
different-
highest paid in France, the highest paid African footballer in the whole of
I
France.
never heard that one before.
So you're saying 2 things now. You said highest paid African footballer.
Yes.
Now you're not saying highest paid footballer in France. That's 2 things.
No, he was his
Highest paid African footballer.
African footballer in France. Then That's what I'm saying.
It's possible now. Possible.
he was the one there. So what I'm saying now is that what he's saying now is no different from what has happened already, because at that time, if you look at the value and everything, it's almost equivalent to the same thing. Because sometimes your skills does not determine what you are earning. When it comes to skill, I can't forget the match against Bayern Munich when he was in Frankfurt. I remember very well what he did to Oliver Kahn that day. Although for me, Kanuwapo is my favorite in that old generation.
Okay.
But I think JJ, what you have said is not out of place. But for Man City, I think, the point is, I told you that Arsenal Malule. And it seems it's happening like that. I don't know what happened to them, how they managed to lose all those points they already gathered. Beating Man City today, I don't see it happening. But although anything happens in football, but Pep is just playing a mind game. The point is,
Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you, there.
Talking about the City Arsenal game and the kind of players that will make a huge contribution. When you compare the strikers, Haaland and Jesus, Haaland has more goals, no doubt about
Definitely.
that. But in terms of a player who's most likely to
Impacts the game.
trouble the back four, impact the game, you most likely say Jesus. Yes? Because Haaland gets...
Are you a Pep's
hang on. Because Haaland in the Kuwait now, Shegun,
I've listened to you, okay. Yeah.
In the course of games, Haaland does get lost sometimes. Gets the goal, yeah, but does get lost in the course of the game. You can't say the same for Gabriel Jesus. He's very, very well involved.
No, but the end goal of the striker is to score goals.
Yeah, I know. This is why I said a player who's most likely to trouble the defense line.
Did you watch the last game?
All I'll say is amen to everything that you're saying,
Haaland
Charles.
killed Gabriel in the last game.
What Gabriel?
Gabriel, regardless. Once Haaland switched from Saliba to the other one, there was trouble. And
that's where the challenge will be again today, because
Saliba is not
there's
playing.
no Saliba there now. Because they tried to
get him fit.
To curtail him in the first leg.
Okay.
But now with Holding,
and
Holding
Gabriel.
is Holding up. Is
No, Gabriel. I think
I say
Gabriel.
Holding is Maguire-ish.
Well,
I think both of them are not leaders.
They're not
leaders.
He's not Saliba. He's ball.
How about in midfield? Yeah. The constant comparison between Kevin De Bruyne and Odegaard.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's
disrespect.
Odegaard does not hold a candle to De Bruyne.
Yes.
De Bruyne has been there, done that, and still doing it.
It's like comparing Bruno to
No,
De
we're
Bruyne.
talking this season now.
And we're talking
I'm
this
looking at the
season.
numbers. Okay, the numbers
Check
here.
the numbers, yes,
here says goals. Kevin De Bruyne has 5 this season.
Odegaard is double figures.
Odegaard has 12.
Okay.
In terms of assists, this is where Kevin De Bruyne is ahead, because he's got 15 and Odegaard has 7. But since your argument was about goals, which will change the tide of the game, then it does likely tilt in favor of Odegaard.
No,
Because Odegaard has more goals now.
How do you get assist? Assist is a byproduct of
goals,
or goal is a byproduct of assist.
Yeah.
No assist, no goal. So somebody has, that means as an assist.
No, but as much as
goals.
Odegaard is proficient, for lack of a better word, in assisting, is also very good in getting the goals.
Yes.
Which is why he's got 12.
But for him
So it's
to
a source
score-
of worry for City today.
Yes, but for him to score, he needs to be in the box to score.
Amen.
For
Amen,
Kevin,
Charles,
he
amen,
doesn't need to be in the
everything.
box to score. All he needs to do is look at one long pass and send it to Haaland. Haaland is off.
Exactly. That's where Kelvin is a better player, because Odegaard dwells on the ball far too long. But De Bruyne, once he sees a
Catch and
run,
release.
it's a quick distribution.
Man United will tell you much more what he did to them.
It's a
When?
quick release.
At
Division
Old
is-
Trafford.
At the first
division
game.
is
But
always better.
the second game, Did
I'll
you
do
not
it.
play the second game?
And
You guys will suffer in
then
the FA
Haaland
Cup.
He
is
played the
a
second game now.
chance
Uh-huh.
hit. But
Yeah.
Although he
Jesus
said
is
it,
silent, man.
one
it's
chance that they
easier.
let him slip, he put the ball on Jack Grealish's head. Literally
That's all.
on my head, son. On my
For a
head.
player who's very proficient at goal scoring, I think it's easier to cut off a pass than it is to prevent a player of his ability to score. I think
Odegaard.
Odegaard will be a strong worry for City
agree.
today.
Amen.
No, we agree.
Amen. I'm not agreeing. I'm
We
saying amen.
agree.
Amen.
But
Charles, everything you have to. You are
the
the spirit,
comparison
so
on
amen.
him and De Bruyne is not his mate.
I know.
And then I
Joanna
just
is
hope
not
that-
his
his mate.
Arteta doesn't make the mistake of the Vieira situation because of what happened last week.
Play
So
Kiwi
then
in
you
central
can play.
midfield.
You can even play Jorginho with Partey.
Exactly. I think Jorginho will be perfect for this game. His composure, his
Experience.
his experience, his
I
passing
remember,
range.
if my memory serves me correct, Arsenal have never lost a game with Partey in it
What?
this season.
Hmm?
Which game have they lost with Partey playing?
Let me see.
Which game?
Mm.
They haven't lost any game with
that's
Partey in it.
that's true.
Amen. Oh, amen.
That's true.
So many amens. You know, everything Charles is
We lost
he's
to
hoping
City.
against it.
He didn't play. He didn't play. He
Mhm.
didn't play the City game. He didn't play the Man U game. I think Arsenal's lost 4 games.
Arsenal's lost how
They
many
haven't
games this
lost a
season?
game where
He
he's
didn't lose
played.
the City game.
How
He
many
didn't play the
games
City game.
He
He
didn't
didn't
play.
play the
against
City game. He
City.
didn't play the Man U game.
He didn't.
in the league?
In the league,
He started one of those
How many games have
He started
Arsenal
one
lost?
of those
Wait,
games. He
how
played
many
one of
Arsenal's
those
lost
games?
4.
4.
He played one of those
United,
games.
City. Who else?
Everton.
Everton 1-0.
Everton.
Then
Oh no.
3
Arsenal have
losses.
lost only 3 games this season.
Wow.
And it
Only
wasn't.
3 games.
Wow. In the of course we're talking about the
Yeah,
league
we're
now.
talking league now.
Ah, guy, wake up now.
They've
Let
lost
me-
only 3 games
Wow.
this season. City have lost 4.
Wow. In fact, so that means they will lose 5 if they lose tonight. Wow.
And check this out: goals for Arsenal have 77, City have 78.
Goals conceded.
So as far as goal scoring is concerned,
They're up there.
They're
I
up
know
there.
about goals
How about,
conceded.
how about goals considered?
Goals conceded, they've conceded 34.
How many have City considered?
City have conceded 28.
Wow. Okay. City.
The
City
difference
has-
is 6.
Okay.
And that that's 6 is from this past,
So are we
From this
talking
past
most
3
likely a draw?
most likely. But it's a difficult call.
I'm saying, and I'm beating my chest, puffing up my chest. I'm saying an Arsenal win. I'm saying an Arsenal win. Yes,
okay,
if the Arsenal
I'm beating my chest too. And I'm saying a City win.
Nah, no, no. So in spite of all,
it was there.
Let me have predicted already.
Partey was there in the Everton game.
What's on the line? What's it concerned with?
Partey was there in the Everton
if
game.
City beats you, that you dye your hair red.